Hey, what up, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Dodgers news and rumors all offseason long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your fear factor right now that Chris Taylor will sign with another team, and who do you fear that team will be? Let me know down below in the comment section. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So we've got a quick rumor roundup on one of the Dodgers' key free agents, Chris Taylor. He officially rejected that $18.4 million qualifying offer that the Dodgers extended to him, and now you're starting to see him linked to so many different teams out there. Rumors are really starting to heat up when it comes to CT3. He's tailor-made for so many teams out there. He's going to be on teams' Christmas list, and there's some teams that could be real threats to sign him away from the Los Angeles Dodgers. First, it was Juan Toribio from MLB.com. He wrote, with the Dodgers looking to bring back most of their 12 key free agents, retaining Taylor could be tricky for Los Angeles. The utility man is drawing interest from the Red Sox, Cardinals, Rangers, Giants, Marlins, and others. According to sources, the Dodgers are also in the mix. And then earlier on Sportsnet LA, Dave Vassay, he also talked about the Giants and Texas Rangers being interested in signing CT3. So first, we've got to break out the Dodgers rumor meter, and right now I'm giving this a 3 Dodger dogs. I definitely think there's serious smoke with these teams being seriously interested in signing Chris Taylor. And like I said months ago, there are going to be multiple teams out there that are going to be offering him contracts that are north of $60 million. I think there'll be tons of 4-year, $64 million contracts, maybe even a 5-year, $80 million contract from a team like the Rangers that really wants to change their organization and bring in winning players like Chris Taylor. So it's going to be a very competitive market when it comes to vying for Chris Taylor's services. And I think the well-run organizations in this league, they're going to want a guy like Chris Taylor because they know they can plug him in everywhere. He is a Swiss Army knife out there on the field. And you know that these teams out there saw what Kike Hernandez was able to do for the Red Sox last year and have a massive impact. And also Jock Peterson for the Braves to a lesser degree. And if I'm a team out there, I want to add as many Dodgers as I possibly can. You guys know I say the D in Dodgers stands for development. I call it Dodgers University. And I think teams out there, they recognize the value of a player that's come up through this Dodgers organization, or in Chris Taylor's case, a guy that it looked like his career was going nowhere. He comes to the Dodgers in exchange for Zach Lee. They make that deal, and then all of a sudden they develop him into an all-star player when no one was talking about Chris Taylor. So they know what the Dodgers do. They know there's something special in the water in LA, and they want a taste of that themselves. And also, these teams around the league, they're sick of the Dodgers. They're sick of the Dodgers' dominance over this league. They want to try to break this team up any way they can, and if you take away a key role player like Chris Taylor, that is definitely going to hurt LA's chances next season because they don't have anyone that's waiting in the wings to do what Chris Taylor did for this team. And look what he did in the postseason. There's not a lot of guys that can have that kind of success. Not everyone is built for October, and Chris Taylor, he's shown he has that clutch gene. He is Clutch Taylor. And when it comes to the San Francisco Giants, are they a concern? I've had a lot of people hitting me up today. Hey, Doug, are the Giants a real threat to sign Chris Taylor? I would say it's definitely possible. I don't see why not, especially when you consider what did A.J. Pollock said. He said, hey, what does Chris Taylor like to do? He likes to drink beer and watch surfing videos. He is a big surfer, so he would probably like to stay on the West Coast. And then you also have Gabe Kapler. You have Farhan Zaidi. He's familiar with what Chris Taylor can do. So if they offer him the bag and they offer him a bigger contract than the Dodgers do, I don't see why Chris Taylor wouldn't take that. But I will say then you would have to retire the CT3 nickname because there's a player named Bill Terry. He was a first baseman for the Giants. He wore number 3, and that number is no longer available. So from a brand recognition standpoint, I hope Chris Taylor understands that he should never wear the orange and black, and he should stay stay in Dodger blue. But I think the Red Sox are definitely a real threat. I could see him plugged in to that lineup very well. He could play some second base for Arroyo, some center field for Kike Hernandez. You could mix it up around the diamond. So that's a team that makes a lot of sense for Chris Taylor. Then you got the connections to Chris Woodward out in Texas. And I think the Rangers, they're just due to make a big splash, whether it be a Chris Taylor or a Corey Seager, one of these big names that they've been linked to. Who knows if they'll actually get these players to sign on the dotted line, but they've been in the mix with so many different guys. You have to assume that they're going to at least get one of them, possibly two, with the amount of money that they're willing to spend this off season. So for me, kind of the point of this video is it's going to be a battle to bring back Chris Taylor. And I think the Dodgers, they're up for that battle. They understand the value of CT3. They've learned from this season and Kike Hernandez's departure, Jock Peterson's departure, and the fact that Zach McKinstry was never able to live up to his billing and fill those shoes as the Dodgers super utility man. Now, if the Dodgers do re-sign Corey Seager, they do still have Trey Turner, and maybe Trey Turner could play second base and Seager could play shortstop for one more season, and theoretically Gavin Lux can be that utility man. But Chris Taylor, what he's able to do is special. He's meant so much to this franchise. He is the milk to the Dodgers cereal, a real glue guy for this team, and it would be tough to see him in another team's uniform. But it's going to be a battle to re-sign him. I'm just trying to get you ready for that. We're going to do a deeper dive into CT3 in another video, but let me know down below in the comment section, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your fear factor that another team will sign Chris Taylor? I think what makes it so hard is he makes sense for so many teams because he can play so many different positions. There really isn't a team out there that wouldn't be able to benefit from having Chris Taylor on their team. The Marlins, the Yankees, I mean, there's so many teams that he could really help. And I think my fear factor right now, I have to go with a 7 out of 10. That is my fear factor. And I do think the biggest threat right now, I think the Red Sox, I think the Rangers, I think the Marlins, the Giants, I think are a threat. I do think he wants to stay on the West Coast, but I do think at the end of the day, he will be back in LA. And I trust his organization to realize his value on this team. You can't let guys like Chris Taylor get away, but let me know down below. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all things Dodger baseball all off-season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. For all the latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to gearup.la, download the new Dodgers Nation app, and until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.